Arthone ka matso.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Policy. Now policy. Policy around. Sure.
But I can confirm that there's a heavy number of ANC supporters going through the
No, I'm applying the pasa. Azamuphendula ngoba baningi abantwana abaplayi. 1.9 million abantwana abaplayi. So baningi impela kunyaka kodwa bazamphendula. Yes. Angapheli inhliziyo. Siyaphela amandla. Siyabonga.
Oh my God.
What is your name? Okay, how old are you? They go to school. Okay.
There's the baby.
Kanyagazo, sisi kanyagazo.
Uyazimongameli kwalo.
I'm okay, how are you?
Thank you so much, Kopo. We are so
I'm going
blessed.
to wash my hands.
Let's proceed. Let's push it. Let's push straight. I'm sure you know I've already highlighted the issue of this mall. We have highlighted the bridges. The N2 and N3 are currently under construction. Umlazi Dam is being built, which is going to cost billions of rands. A lot of things. In fact, the factories around that has been built, there are still challenges, I must highlight. But what have been achieved, people are excited, which is why the president spoke at length about the Tinswalos. I'm sure a majority of you, even standing in front of me, are also Tinswalos because you've benefited either from TEFSA and NEFSAS in our area. etc. So it means that, yes, we are still going to tell people that, yes, we are just going to make means and we are just going to transform the economy of this country. We are still going to contribute, in particular, in the use of industrialization, because we are reaching the stage where we are transitioning from fourth industrial revolution towards the fifth. Our guys must do that. Our young ones, the kids, must be involved on the issue of IT as a sector at the same time.
Mr. Duma, when you're coming into this rally this weekend, there are a number of communities that are affected by water cuts. You go to Waklimba in Ward 1, they've had no water for the past 2 weeks. You go to areas such as Kwamashu, they've also been parts without water. Umlazi themselves have been affected by this particular issue, along with crime as well. How are you hoping to address these issues and get these townships that have previously backed you and voted in numbers for you as the ANC to be re-elected in the province?
Over the last 2 years, eThekwini have been focused solely on being major factor on the issue of water. They've built the aquatic pipes with the major pipes, and we have just also expanded on the issue of reservoirs. We can also just cite that we have highlighted that 4 municipalities, which is eThekwini, Ugum, Mgungundlovu and Herikwala, has also signed the pact on the issue of Umkomazi, which is going to sustain, because from Umkomazi onwards, after the year 2027, we won't have any shortages. But it's just a process of ensuring that you maintain. Historically, these people in township, they were having access to water and urban stream, yet we have to expand and assist the rural communities, which is why there is a shortage. And this government is dealing with those, because we're dealing with the issue of universal access in ensuring that everyone is not prejudiced because where you're coming from or where you're born in the process. So the issue of water will be addressed. So is the issue of electricity. I'm sure you are aware by now that Richards Bay has been declared as the energy zone for KwaZulu-Natal. We are going to produce 750 megawatts. We are then going to produce 3,000 for Eskom. So the gas to power is going to be the belt where KwaZulu-Natal is going to assist even the country, South Africa at large.
On the issues pertaining to governance, you've had an issue with the municipal manager in Umsunduzi local municipality. How far are you resolving those issues of governance, and in particular the suspension of the city manager?
I'm sure you know that we are meticulous and thorough when it comes to the process. We evaluate, we assess and check different things. The comrade coming from Umsunduzi or Moses Mapita, they've been assigned just to check the strength of local government, because it is where the coal face, it is where the tire hits the ground. So we are saying that almost everyone who's in the process, in particular the accounting officers, must be developmental in nature, must be complementing the policies of the ANC, and must be enhancing the scope of the good outlook of the ANC, because we can't be compromised of certain shortages. We can't be compromised of certain discrepancies that are done by individuals. So we are at that time, and they know the mandate.
The manifesto being delivered by the president tomorrow, what can South Africans look up to and look into that particular manifesto, knowing that you finished your NEC meeting, fine-tuning that manifesto yesterday evening? You finished at about 2 a.m.
They know what the ANC has done over the last 30 years. But the manifesto is also going to expatiate on the principle. How are we going to resolve the water crisis? As I've already highlighted the process. The energy sector, how are we going to do that? I'm sure the manifesto will also deliberate and give hope on those, in particular the youth of our country, in terms of the new opportunities. There are people who want to be entrepreneurs. I've already spoken about the issue of IT as the sector is going to be prioritized. The issue of South Africa as you speak currently, if we can also solely focus on the issue of industrialization as the sector. I think you heard the president in terms of the SONA, you heard the budget, you heard about the debt relief that we are just going to prioritize on ensuring that the country, South Africa, is going to be well established. You know that you've already internationally dealt and delved deeper on many things which make South Africa as a solution on the issue of import and export market at the same time.
The issue of the ports, you are the MEC of Economic Development in the province, in that capacity as well, highlighting using the ANC. How far are you resolving the backlogs that are there in Richards Bay Coal Terminal and also here at the Durban Harbour on an economic aspect that will boost the province's economy, using the N3 belt to transport goods across the country and into the African continent?
In fact, we are delighted on the role that has been played by Sandral. They are going to spend over the last 2 years almost 11 billion. I'm sure you saw the EP cleared it's going to be something that is going to be humongous, like the gateway as you go towards that space. The issue of malls in the country called South Africa is boosting the economy. The ports, we've got 2 major ports that service almost the entire country and the entire continent, both Richards Bay Harbour and eThekwini Harbour. They will be expanded extensively. I'm sure you also saw on the issue of rail infrastructure. You must improve the road, at the same time prioritize on the issue of rail, and this government is going to enhance that scope and going to focus on that process at the same time.
There are 8 corridors, rail corridors in the country for passenger rail agency PRASA. How far are you in unlocking and reopening those 8 passenger rail agencies? You've had trains coming from Umlazi, going to Perea, coming from the south coast, from also Cato Ridge and also Guamash.
That road or that rail freight is okay as we speak. The Guamash route is okay. The Umlazi route, what has been dilapidated over the last time is the issue of Umgababa route. You know, after the floods, what transpired. Central is busy with the process. Transnet is busy with the process, but PRASA in particular have new trains. I'm sure we're all excited that those trains must be gallivanting on a new rail, and the freight is already on the expansion project. We are glad that the minister spoke at length as well about the issue of rail infrastructure, which is going to assist the province of KwaZulu-Natal as the economy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Siboniso Duma. That is the provincial chairperson of the ANC in the province. As you can see, these members of the party are still gathered here. They are waiting for their president. But just to ask one small question, this man is also in trouble in his province, just like Siboniso Duma. They may be losing the outright majority. Are you here to help Duma retain his province? Is he going to come help you retain Gauteng?
ANC is a unitary organization, Samken. We have a rally at Siangoba. We are here to give support to our comrades, and we believe that the ANC is coming strong. I mean, it's a phase where the ANC is preparing for the elections. So we are now starting to campaign. We are on a full steam of campaigning. We are not focusing on other political parties. Are we worried about being out of power, winning outright majority? I think we will win outright majority. And people in Gauteng, they want services, and we are focusing on servicing our people. We're not about rhetoric, we're not about anything else. That's why the opposition in Gauteng can't say anything else except insults. Because they know we're on the ground, they know that we're starting to touch the mind and the soul of our people in Gauteng.
Your mind, I see, is already on Siangoba. Will you be able to fill up that FNB stadium?
I'm not worried about stadiums, I'm worried about people voting for the ANC. Issues of stadiums are debates for the youth league and youth organization. We're a bigger organization. We are worried about making sure that our people go and vote and defend the gains of democracy. We will go door to door, corner to corner, passage to passage, mfula by mfula, ndumba by ndumba, and make sure that people in Gauteng, they defend and make sure that Gauteng doesn't become the next Western Cape, where certain political parties will say, no, we want to pass a power bill, which does not allow other people to come into our province. They must come through a passport. A racist province like the Western Cape, DA will never enter Gauteng as long as people of Gauteng are there.
So you'll need a passport to go home to Gugulethu.
It can't happen, that thing. It can't happen.
That is TK Gdiza, the provincial secretary of the ANC in Gauteng. It's actually part of the National Executive Committee to try and garner those members and supporters of the ANC to go to the manifesto launch tomorrow at Moses Mapida Stadium. We are still waiting for the arrival of the president, but residents in this area of Umlazi, whom we are still going to try and speak to, have been affected by water issues. In 2016, when they went to vote, they had to jump over refuse, which was not collected by the eThekwini municipality. This area was also heavily affected by the floods that hit this province about 3 years ago. As you remember, the old Durban Airport, or KwaZulu-Natal Airport, is just about here. It's now used as one of the bases by the harbour of South Africa to essentially put some cargo goods there. Those cargoes were all swept away during the floods, which is an economic zone here as well, which the government uses in order to push through those investments into the country and economic activity.